Now, to believe that you did not make intentionally false statements of material fact during these hearings and during these filings, this panel must believe that you, first of all, requested a report of the results with Dr. Meehan, with all the results, and you believed that the report contained all those results. Is that right?
I don't know.
Object to form question.
You can ask that in two parts.
I'll rephrase the question. It's your contention that these were not intentionally false statements because you believe the report contained all the results of DSI's testing because you never read it.
Yes, sir.
All right. And Mr. Nifong, during the September 22nd hearing, you read a letter prepared by Dr. Meehan, correct?
Yes, sir, I did.
And in that letter, Dr. Meehan specifically stated that the written report was limited to evidence that could be linked to persons tested.
This is the December 15th hearing.
No. Look at Exhibit 225.
I'm sorry.
Page 50.
Which page was that, please?
Page 50.
Oh, yes, sir. I see what you're saying. All right.
And you read in to the court in response to the request for the underlying data for DNA securities. You read in a letter from Dr. Meehan, and specifically on page 51, starting on line 5, it says, in an effort to protect the privacy of these individuals in a very high-profile case, we limited our formal reports to the evidence items and only the persons tested that could be linked to the evidence through the DNA testing results. That's the letter you read to the court on that same hearing, correct?
Yes, sir. It does seem to be the case.
And later in that hearing, Doug Kingsbury made some comments about that. Did he not? You recall that?
I recall Mr. Kingsbury making some comments at one of the hearings. I'll take your word for it.
All right. And if you go to page 74 of that transcript, please.
Yes, sir.
And if you look at page 73, you'll see that's Mr. Kingsbury's comment. You see that?
Yes, sir, I do.
And then if you go back over, starting on line 2 there, Mr. Kingsbury says, and this is my point. We're seeking information of any additional DNA that was found on this alleged victim, even though it doesn't match any of the defendants. And I want to make sure that the state understands our request for discovery is not limited to simply things that have to do with these defendants or the list of individuals that the state provided to the experts. He goes on to say, I bring this up because I believe I heard Mr. Nifong say today that he's got some correspondence or communication from his experts which limits what's in the reports to the defendants and to those thought to be linked. And if there are additional male DNA present on this victim, I want to make sure that everyone understands that our discovery motion asks for that material as well. That's what Mr. Kingsbury said at that hearing.
Yes, sir, he did.
And you were present at that hearing.
Yes, sir, and the court responded, well, I think it's pretty broadly stated in your request. I understand the state's SBI lab as well as the private lab will comply with that request.
It's clear from Mr. Kingsbury's comment that he wasn't aware of any additional male DNA, was he?
Well, I'm not sure what all is clear, but he's clearly referring to male DNA.
So you're saying that you don't think it's clear from Mr. Kingsbury's comment that he is saying if there's any other male DNA out there, we want it because we don't have it.
He is saying that, and the court says it'll be included in the report. But what you're asking me is, did that statement by Mr. Kingsbury trigger any memory within me of this? And the answer is no, it did not.
It didn't trigger a memory or cause you to go back and look at this report to see if, in fact, that this male DNA, this unidentified male DNA that had been discussed with you was, in fact, in this report?
No, sir, it didn't. And as the court said, you know, whatever's in there, you're going to get. I didn't think about it again. No, sir.
Bronner?
Yes.
I want to take a break here, and I think I discussed with counsel that we would go later this evening, and I intend to do that, but I think it's appropriate here to take a break and come back at